I would like to call up on stage Kamalaji to let's start meeting. Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay. हामी यसमा यस्तो फर्मल प्रोग्रामहरू केही पनि गर्दैनौँ, सेमिनार जस्ट स्टार्ट गर्यो। हामीले चाहिँ यो सेमिनारमा यहाँ आइदिनु भयो, यहाँलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद। सबै हस्पिटलबाट रिप्रेजेन्ट गरेर आउनुभएको छ, सबै हस्पिटललाई आउँदै पनि हुनुहुन्छ अहिले पनि। र एज अ गेस्ट हामीले चाहिँ अलिकति मेम्बरहरूलाई बोलाउँछौँ हस्पिटल साइडबाट, यहाँ चाहिँ प्रेजेन्ट गर्नलाई बोलाउँछौँ। र म आजको गेस्ट हुनुहुन्छ आन्ना हस्पिटलका मेसु डाक्टर प्रकाश शर्मालाई अतिथिको आसन ग्रहण गर्ने यस्तै गरेर न्युज हस्पिटलको चेयरम्यान उमाकान्त आचार्य सरलाई पनि अतिथिको आसन ग्रहण गर्ने यस्तै गरेर आम्दा स्वास्थ्य विज्ञान प्रतिष्ठानको प्रिन्सिपल शकुन्तला समगाईज्यूलाई पनि अतिथिको आसन ग्रहण गर्नु। यस्तै गरेर नेक्स्ट जेनेरेसन कन्सल्टेन्सीको म्याम तारा ढुङ्गानालाई पनि अतिथिको आसन ग्रहण गरिदिनु न म अनुरोध गर्दछु। यस्तै गरेर लायन्स क्लब अफ दमक सेविकाको प्रेसिडेन्ट ज्ञानु बुढाथोकीलाई पनि अतिथिको आसन ग्रहण गरिदिनु न अनुरोध गर्दछु। यस्तै गरेर लाइफलाइनको हस्पिटलको मेट्रोन निशा सेन्चुरी आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ, उहाँहरू इन्फर्म गर्नुभएको छ, आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ होला। त्यस्तै गरेर दमक हस्पिटल सरकारी दमक हस्पिटलको प्रतिनिधित्व गरेर देवी दङ्गाजुलाई पनि म अतिथिको आसन गर्छु। सो यहाँ धरान वीरतामोडबाट पनि आउनुभएको छ, बिहानै आउनुभएको छ। हामीले टाइममा जति स्टार्ट गर्छौँ भनेको थियौँ त्यो गर्न सकेनौँ र अलिकति लेट भए पनि हामी एकदमै टाइममा अब स्टार्ट गर्छौँ, कुनै पनि ढिला नगरिकन। गेस्टहरू आउँदै गर्नुहुन्छ, हामी कन्टिन्यू कार्यक्रम गर्छौँ भन्दै म फेरि अर्को सेसनमा यहाँसँग कुरा गर्छु। थ्याङ्क यू।
Thank you, ma'am. सेमिनारलाई अगाडि लगिदिनु चाहिँ सो एक्सिस सम्बन्धी केही सर्टमा इन्फर्मेसन फ्लो गर्नु। एक्सिस के हो, एक्सिस कताबाट स्टार्ट हो, एक्सिसको मोटिभ के हो, मेन मोटिभ भनेर त्यस्तो सम्बन्ध छोट मिठो जानकारी दिन चाहिँ I would like to call up on stage Mr. Rohit Mahajan.
I am Rohit Mahajan and I am working as documentation specialist in Axis for about a year now. Axis को बारेमा भन्नुपर्दाखेरि चाहिँ Axis 2017 मा सुरु भएको थियो and this is the third institution to introduce an NCLEX preparation. Axis चाहिँ खास सुरुमा खोलेको चाहिँ नर्सहरूलाई युएसमा पठाउनको लागि हो। त्यसमा केही बाधा प्रोसेसमा चाहिँ धेरै बाधा नहोस् र सजिलै नर्सहरू जानु पाउनु भनेर खोलेको हो। एन्ड आफ्टर 5 years अहिले पनि हाम्रो सेम मोटिभै छ, तर वी हेभ ब्रोडर विङ्स। फर्स्टमा हामीले एक्सिस खोल्दाखेरि चाहिँ हामीले काठमाडौँमा मात्र खोलेका थियौँ एन्ड नाउ वी आर अल ओभर नेपाल नाउ। अनि हामी चाहिँ अहिले धेरै एडेड सर्भिसेसहरूसँग पनि छौँ, जुन चाहिँ हाम्रो आइएस क्लासेस, एनएनसी ट्रेनिङ अनि डिफ्रेन्ट इन्ट्रान्स प्रिपरेसनको लागि पनि हामी ट्रेनिङ दिइरहेका छौँ। नर्सेस फ्रम काठमाडौँ, पोखरा, जनकपुर एन्ड यर होम टाउन दमक have also reached US through Axis counseling. And lastly, I can tell proudly and with great confidence that if you stay with us, then you are a step ahead to your American way. Thank you.
सो सुरुवातमा चाहिँ अब एनक्लेज सम्बन्धी जस्तै कसो नर्सिङ फिल्डमा भएर युएसको सम्बन्धी अपर्च्युनिटीहरू जुन चाहिँ तपाईँहरूले ग्राप गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। अनि यसबाट चाहिँ जस्तै यसको प्रोसेसहरू, यसको तपाईँको फेजहरू हुन्छ, जस्तै डकुमेन्टेसन फेज भयो, एक्जाम फेज भयो, त्यसका साथसाथै तपाईँको एक्जाम दिने टाइमको कुरा भयो, ड्युरेसन भयो। सो त्यसको साथसाथै मेन इम्पोर्टेन्ट भने फाइनेन्सियल कुरा, जस्तै फाइनेन्सियल कति लाग्छ, कस्टहरू कति हुन्छ है। सो यु विल अल्सो गेट टु नो हाउ दे आर डुइङ इन युएस एन्ड हाउ यु क्यान बी देयर एज अ पार्ट अफ एक्सिस। सो आई वुड लाइक टु
गइदिनु न म अनुरोध गर्दछु र आफ्ना केही भनाइहरू राखिदिनु हुनको लागि मसँग अनुरोध गर्छु र मिस्टर मोइनलाई यो मायाको चिनो चाहिँ उहाँलाई दिनु हुन भनेर भन्नु।
धन्यवाद कमलाले आदेश यो प्रोग्रामको लागि हामीले बोल्नु भएको स्टुडेन्ट र व्यक्तिगत तर्फबाट धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु र धेरै कुरा बोल्नु छ यो ट्रेनिङको ट्रेनिङमा धेरै कुरा भाषण गर्नु होला छोटो कुरा बोल्नुपर्छ र यो सपना हुन्छ जस्तो हाल्छु जसले पनि एउटा देख्ने सपना हुन्छ अमेरिका चीन जाने एउटा सपना जसले पनि देखेको हुन्छ यी माथि भनेको जुन स्टाफ नर्सहरू छ स्टाफ नर्सहरू चाहिँ भनेको भविष्य चाहिँ नेपालमा भन्दा चाहिँ बाहिरै छ भन्ने कुरो एउटा त्यो चाहिँ पुरै भइसक्यो स्थापितै भइसक्यो उहाँ जुनसुकै स्टाफ नर्सहरू चाहिँ बाहिर नगइकन हाम्रो भविष्य छैन भनेर उहाँले भविष्य खोज्नको लागि बाहिरलाई पहिलो प्राथमिकतामा राख्नुहुन्छ यी माथि भनेको अमेरिका भनेको त यो अब त्यो एउटा टेक्निक हो यसमा पनि उहाँले जुन एउटा सजीकरण गरेर चाहिँ यो अमेरिका जानको लागि चाहिँ कहीँ बाहिर जाँदा चाहिँ धेरै महँगो पर्ने धेरै कष्ट लाग्ने होइन अब त्यसले गर्दा उहाँले चाहिँ एउटा जुन बाटोको लागि चाहिँ एउटा प्रोग्राम राख्नुभएको छ यसले एउटा सजीकरण पक्कै गर्छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्छ भविष्यमा पनि अब तपाईँको सपना त्यही होला हुन त अब यहाँ धेरै राजनीतिक पार्टीहरू राजनीतिको लागि चाहिँ भनेको अमेरिकाको धेरै छ तर त्यही अमेरिका लगेको छोराछोरीलाई अमेरिका लगेको हुँदैन त्यो त्यहाँ मेल खाँदैन त्यसले गर्दा सर्वप्रथम त म हाम्रो हस्पिटलको तर्फबाट कमलालाई धन्यवाद दिँदै आज यस कार्यक्रमको सफलताको शुभकामना व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु
हजुर डाक्टर प्रकाशलाई म आफ्ना दुई शब्दहरू पनि राखिदिनु हुनको लागि म अनुरोध गर्दछु
आज यस एक्सिस काउन्सिलिङ तथा ह्युमन रिसोर्सेस सल्युसनबाट आज कार्यक्रम गर्नुभएकोमा उहाँहरूलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद छ र यो कार्यक्रममा बेसिकल्ली हाम्रो नर्सिङ दिदीबहिनीको लागि फोकस गरिएको भए तापनि मलाई पनि निमन्त्रणा दिएर दिनुभएकोमा र साथै मायाको चिन्ह पनि प्रदान गर्नुभएकोमा यहाँहरूलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद र आज यस कार्यक्रममा उपस्थित एक्सिस काउन्सिलिङबाट उपस्थित सबै हाम्रो साथीहरू मोहित सर रोहित सर साथै हाम्रो हामीलाई एचएसबाट पाल्नुभएको प्रिन्सिपलज्यू र सम्पूर्ण नर्सिङ दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई म नमस्कार भन्न चाहन्छु र अभिवादन छ म यो कार्यक्रमलाई चाहिँ बेसिकली कसरी बुझ्छु भने एउटा नर्सको महत्त्व के हो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ बढी जोडिएको छ यो विदेश जानुभन्दा पनि किनभने उहाँहरूको त एउटा पोर्टल हो जसले चाहिँ उहाँहरूलाई एउटा नर्सलाई चाहिँ योभन्दा राम्रो ठाउँमा राम्रो अपर्च्युनिटी पाउनुहोस् सकिन्छ भन्ने कुरा बाटो देखाइदिनु भएको छ र यो बाटोद्वारा चाहिँ तपाईँले यहाँभन्दा राम्रो अपर्च्युनिटी पाउन सक्नुहुन्छ तर मेरो विचारमा नर्सिङ भनेको मात्र हस्पिटलमा बिरामीलाई सुई लगाउने दबाई दिने मात्र होइन आजको दिनमा नर्सिङ भनेको तपाईँको एउटा हेल्थ एवेरनेस दिने गाउँ समाजमा हेल्थको एडभोकेट गर्ने देशको पोलिसी बनाउने हेल्थ पोलिसी बनाउने ठुलो रोल छ त्यही भएर हामीले चाहिँ मात्र बिरामी हेर्ने भनेर भन्न मिल्दैन बिरामीलाई जाँच गर्ने हेर्ने उपचार गर्ने दबाई दिने मात्रै होइन नर्सिङ भनेको चाहिँ तपाईँहरू सबैलाई थाहा छ नर्सिङ स्टाफ हो राउन्डमा डक्टर धेरैमा दुईपल्ट कहिलेकाहीँ तीनपल्ट कहिलेकाहीँ त एकचोटि मात्रै राउन्डमा आउनुहुन्छ र एउटा बिरामीसँग कति समय बिताउनुहुन्छ एउटा डक्टरले याद गर्नुभएको छ म्याक्सिमम् 5 मिनट होला या कसैलाई 10 मिनट होला बाँकी 23 घन्टा 50 मिनट कसको हुन्छ त्यहाँ अगाडि तपाईँहरू हुनुहुन्छ जब 23 घन्टा 50 मिनट तपाईँ बस्नुहुन्छ भने डक्टरको रोलभन्दा तपाईँको रोल जिम्मेवारी धेरै छ त्यही भएर बिरामी ठिक हुनुमा केयर प्रायोरिटी हुन्छ कति रोगहरू चाहिँ डक्टर बिनामा पनि केयर गर्दा मात्रै पनि निको हुन्छ त्यही भएर बिरामीको निको हुनु उपचार गरेर जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ सबैभन्दा ठुलो रोल नर्सिङको जिम्मेवारी हुन्छ।
राखेको हुन्छ जति बेला पनि कुरा गर्दाखेरि र स्पेसली थ्याङ्क यू मोइमलाई म भन्न चाहन्छु। स्मृतिकाले पनि त्यही भन्यो, मोइमको गाइडेन्स चाहिँ एकदमै बेस्ट लाग्छ। जति पनि एथलेटिक्स प्रिपरेसन सेन्टरहरू छ अनि कन्सल्टेन्सीहरू छ त्योभन्दा बेस्ट लाग्छ। हामी केही पनि हेर्नु पर्दैन कि मोइमलाई एउटा डकुमेन्ट बुझाइदियो भने सबै एभ्रिथिङ नेपालमा नभएको मान्छे उहाँ नेपाली होइन, इन्डियामा बस्नुहुन्छ, उहाँको ओरिजिनल घर इन्डिया हो, तर नेपालमा आएर नेपाली नर्सेसहरूलाई यति धेरै हेल्प गरिरहेको छ कि इभन मलाई एथलेटिक्सको बारेमा केही पनि थाहा थिएन कि आई ट्रस्ट हिम के। अनि त्यस पछाडि सबै टोटल्ली उहाँलाई जिम्मा लगाइदिएर सबै गरिसकेर पनि म यो लेभलमा आइसकेको छु। त्यही भएर म चाहिँ फेरि वान सेकेन्ड थ्याङ्क यू मोइम भन्छु र अब हामी कन्टिन्यू नेक्स्ट सेसन सुरु गर्छौँ है।
अब चाहिँ नेक्स्ट सेसन भनेर चाहिँ एथलेटिक्स सम्बन्धी डकुमेन्टेसन प्रोसेस टाइम कति लाग्छ, मैले भने मेन कुरा फाइनेन्सियल कुरा पनि छ, कस्ट कसरी हुन्छ अनि ड्युरेसन हरेक कुराको ड्युरेसन पनि छुट्टै छुट्टै छ है। सो त्यसको सम्बन्धी सबै इन्फर्मेसन प्रोभाइड गर्न चाहिँ I would like to call Mr. Moin on the stage.
Yeah, I want to introduce myself. My name is Moin. So I'm you can call me senior counselor. So depending on the role, I change my roles, okay? If we have to wash office, I become office boy, okay? If I have to take care of the finance, I become an economic person, okay, a CA, you can tell. Okay, if you have to give counseling, I become a counselor. So you will see me in different roles, okay? So, yeah, so basically our agenda for today would be like, what is NCLEX RN program, what exactly it is, what is NCLEX, and the documentation for NCLEX, okay, and what are the opportunities for you people, and what is the cost of the documentation, because that's the most important, right? You should know how much you are paying to go to the US, yes or no? Yeah, so let it be an interactive session, okay? So it should not be like, okay, yeah, Mohit bol raha hai, and you are tired there, fine? Yeah. So next, why do you need your IELTS or TOEFL? And then duration of our training. We have online training as of now for out of value students. Okay. And last, we can have the question and answer session. Okay. Yeah. This is something which we really like. So this is a quote which we really believe in. Okay. Don't wait. The time is never right. Correct. So how many of you, many of your friends would have gone to the US, right? And you would have gone to the consultancy, or you would have asked online counseling, and you would be like, you do now, I'll do later. Then your friend is already there in the US, and you're still in the seminar, right? But one more thing is, it's never too late also. So you can start anytime. So don't get demotivated, or don't think, okay, my friend is already there in the US, मेरो साथीको त ल एकदमै ट्यालेन्टेड थियो त्यो मान्छे, उसको इङ्ग्लिस राम्रो थियो हैन, उसको एकदमै कन्फिडेन्ससँग बोल्थ्यो, त्यस्तो केही पनि छैन कि I'm an Indian, I speak Nepali in a bad way, I'm sorry for that, but still I try my best, okay? Just don't get scared, just take a step forward and you'll obviously be there in the US, okay? Yeah. So this is basically the NCLEX RN program. So these are the 3 exams which you require to go ahead and go to the US. If you clear these 3 examinations, you will definitely reach the US. Okay. The first thing is your NCLEX examination. The second thing is your English proficiency, which is either IELTS or TOEFL. The third thing is GED. Now GED is mainly for PCL nurses, not for other nurses. Okay, PSC, PN nurses, you don't require GED. The only reason why do you require GED is because in Nepal, high school is 8, 9 and 10, right? But in the US, it's 10, 11 and 12. So after the 12 years of education, they have something known as associate degree in the US. But in Nepal, it is PCL. So that is the only reason why you require GED. And the duration of GED is not too much. It's only 2 to 3 months. Okay, there will be 4 subjects, 4 subject huncha. It have maths, science, social, English. यो 4 subject दियो भने 3 महिनामा दिनु सक्छ के तपाईहरु, you will get a +2 equivalency. स्मरिका पनि PCL नर्स नै हो, अथवा स्मरिका साथीहरु होला है, who are working in Amda or कलेजमा स्मरिकाको साथीहरु, she also did a GED and went to the US. And what we people from Damak should be really proud, because Smarika was the first PCL nurse who went to the US, who was a PCL nurse. Okay, she's the first nurse, PCL nurse, Nepal ko US Smarika name. So you should feel proud that Damak has led the way for other PCL nurses. Okay, because Smarika went, other PCL nurses got a lot of confidence, and then they started doing their GD. Till Smarika, she was the one, to be honest, right? Okay, I'm not just telling you because she's reached the US. She's the one who struggled a lot. Okay, also did a lot of hard work. Demotivated ho okay? You tell her a little bit something, Smarika, don't worry, it will happen. Immediately motivate her. Okay, that's how she. Her aim was go to the US. Okay, there was nothing else. Okay, that is why she's there in the US. But you people also will be there. Don't worry, it's never too late. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier. So you already told what is NCLEX, the full form of NCLEX. So like I told you all, let it be a little bit of interactive session. So what do you all know about NCLEX? You can raise your hand and tell a little bit. Whatever you know about NCLEX, you can tell. Don't feel shy.
Licensure examination हो जसरी चाहिँ हामी नेपालमा एक्जाम दिन्छौँ लाइसेन्सको लागि, अनि हामी चाहिँ हस्पिटलमा अथवा कुनै कलेज इन्स्टिट्युटमा चाहिँ काम गर्न सक्छौँ। त्यस्तै NCLEX गरेर चाहिँ हामी युएसमा चाहिँ एज अ नर्स काम गर्न सक्छौँ। मलाई चाहिँ यति थाहा छ।
Okay, I think Roshni should be a counselor in Damak for us. She has told most of the things. Okay, what it is. So the full form of NCLEX is National Council Licensure Examination. So basically, like Roshni told, why do you require this examination? So all of us, even after studying, not me, sorry, you all of you all, after studying PCL or BSc or BN, you still go ahead and give NNC examination. So why do you do that? Okay, let me tell. I think you all are like answering in your heart. Okay, we cannot hear you or in your mind. So basically, to know the rules of the country, to know what are the procedures which are followed, and what is required and what is not. And you should also have a license, right? If you know how to ride, why do you still require a license? Because if you hit someone, if they catch you, you will still know who's that person, right? Exactly. So if you hit someone and if you don't have a license, you can run away, no? Then there would have been so many accidents all over Nepal, all over the world. So that is the reason, to know even for good and for bad. If you do something good, they will reward you. If you do something bad, they will catch you. So that is the reason why do you require a license. In the same way, US also requires a license to practice as a registered nurse. Okay, and it's known as NCLEX examination. So what are the type of questions? So I'm not a nurse, so I might not be able to tell everything. So we have our trainer who will teach you in the class. If I tell something wrong, please don't scold me. Okay? Will you scold me? Now call me Moin, okay? I feel old if you call me sir. Okay. You can call me Moin. Later also you can call me Moin. Don't call me Moin sir. And the type of questions which we will have is, one is multiple choice of questions, one is SATA, that is select all that applies, the drag and drop, so where you drag and drop the images, then you will have audio visual type of questions, so where you listen to the audio and you see a visual and you have to answer in that way. Okay, and there will be other type of questions also which ma'am will tell you, because if I'm a little scared, if I tell something wrong, ma'am will scold me in Kathmandu. Okay, Mohit, you gave all wrong information to the nurses and came in them. Okay, I don't want man to tell me that. So these are the type of questions which you will get. And currently, before when Kamala and everyone gave the examination, the duration of the examination was for 6 hours, and the number of questions were 265. Okay, and the minimum number of questions you had to answer is 75. Okay, in the first, if you answer most of the questions correct in the first 75 questions, right, then your computer will stop automatically. This is known as something computer adaptive testing. Okay, so your computer will stop, and then what will happen? You're passed. And if you answer most of the questions wrong in the first 75, then your computer will again stop, but you're failed. Okay, you're failed. And if you answer somewhere, okay, you're in the middle, somewhere around 50 to 60%, then your questions might go 76, 77, 78, and up to 265. So you have to answer in that way. So, but now due to this, something good happened due to COVID in the NCLEX examination. That is, they have started, 145 questions as of now. Only 145 questions you have to answer, and the duration is 4 hours. But the minimum number of questions you have to answer again remains at 75. Okay. So first 75 questions you answer good, you are passed. First 75 questions you answer bad, you are failed. Somewhere you are in the middle, then okay, we'll give an opportunity. So like, okay, I just know Roshni, so I'll take her name. Roshni gives first 75 very good. So she's passed. The computer like, chalo, Roshni pass ho gayi. Then you call us, then you get your US license, and then you start your IELTS process and all that. If you don't do good, then you are failed. Then I'll be like, Roshni, I'm very sorry, you are failed. So in that way. And Roshni, if the computer will think in that way. So if Roshni is somewhere in the middle, right? चलो रोशनी को एक और मौका देते हैं 76 क्वेश्चन, एक और मौका 77, एक और मौका 78. It might go up to 145, and Roshni is a good student. She finally passed. Okay, the NCLEX examination. So like every examination requires a little bit of documentation. Okay, like every exam requires a little bit of documentation, right? So even NCLEX exam requires documentation. Fine. So when you gave your NNC examination, so what are documents you require? Let's go ahead with the documentation process. Okay, just like म सोधेको थियो है अगाडि NNC exam को लागि पनि तपाईको बेसिक डकुमेन्टेसन गर्नुपर्छ है. So what do we do? हामी ट्रान्सक्रिप्ट बुझाउनु पर्छ, एउटा फर्म फिल अप गर्नुपर्छ, फेरि तपाईको you have to pay a little bit of money. So just like you are going to the US, they should know who is coming to the US, right? So if they don't know who is coming to the US, even I can go and start working, no? So I will tell, okay, Roshan, and go start working there. It's so easy to make fake documentation, no? In India and Nepal, is it easy or tough? Easy. So we Indians are very good. Okay, I have 3-4 degrees, One is engineering, one is MBBS, one is nursing, one is BCom. So you can purchase degrees in India. So in the same way, the US, once you go to the US, they want to know, is your degree original or not? Correct? So that is the reason why you go ahead and do the documentation process. So the first step towards it is CGFNS. So how many of you all have heard about CGFNS? No one? No one has heard about CGFNS. So basically what they go ahead and do is they evaluate your school education, your nursing degree, and your nursing license. Okay? These 3 things are must to go to the US on work. Okay, even freshers can apply if they have a nursing license. The only reason why do we tell we require hospital experience is because you are going there and working in the hospital. You are not going on a student visa, you are not going on a dependent visa. You are going there to work, right? That is the only reason why we go ahead and ask you for a work experience. But initially while applying for NCLEX, you don't require any work experience. Even as a fresher, you can apply. Later you can look for job and your process will continue. Fine? So if you have a doubt that do I need a work experience for NCLEX examination? No, you don't require work experience for an NCLEX examination. And in this CGFNS documentation, what will happen is, once you go ahead and do the admission, we'll send you a form. You have to fill up those forms and send it along with your documents. That is your transcripts, your degree, certificates, then your nursing license, then your SLC certificate, if you have done your plus 2 certificate, and your passport. So once you do that, we go ahead and make a account for you people. Okay, and once we make an account for you people, you have to pay a certain amount of dollars, which I will show it to you in the next slide. And after you pay that, you will get a form. Okay, and after you get a form, you have to go to the college and go to the nursing council. Since you are from damak, we can help you with the nursing council work, so don't worry about it. Okay, so the college work, you can go to your college if you are in damak, or if you are studying in Kathmandu, or if you have studied elsewhere, you can give a call to the college and then they do the documentation. So they have become really good at doing the documentation now. So this is the first step towards your documentation. Okay? So what we do is, after your admission, we'll send you forms, and after we send you forms, you fill up those forms, send it back to us along with your documentation, and after we go ahead and you send the forms back, we will make your CGFNS account, and after we make your CGFNS account, we will tell, okay, it's time to pay, you have to pay certain amount of dollars, and after you pay that money, you will get forms which needs to be downloaded. We will download those forms and forward it to you people. Then we have to go to the NNC and then go to the colleges, get it filled and courier it to the CGFNS, and it will get verified. Okay, this is the first step. So the reason why they go ahead and do that is because they want to know, have you really studied or not? Okay, so what if you have not studied in that college? They will like, chalo yaar degree bana lete hain. So has anyone done that? No, no one that has done a fake degree. So you all are good students? Yeah, okay. No, because we Indians are really good at it, no? So one person will have 4 or 5 degrees in India. So you want any degree, contact me, okay? You want to do your BSc nursing, your MSc nursing, you can let me know. And after nursing, if you want to become an engineer, so that is also fine. Okay, after nursing you want to become, do your MCom or BCom or BBA, please contact me, not Sarjan, okay? Sarjan is a very good person. Sarjan and Rohit. No, I'm just kidding, okay? Seriously, don't contact me. Then you will be like, Moin, in seminar you told you will get me a degree. I don't know, I was just kidding. So the second step is your board of nursing. So why do we require a board of nursing? In Nepal, how many provinces do we have in Nepal? 7 provinces. For all the 7 provinces, we have only Nepal Nursing Council, correct? But in the US, there are 50 different states. So there are 50 different board of nursing. Okay, so we can apply only for one board of nursing. Okay, we cannot apply for all the 50 board of nursing. So we apply through one board of nursing and take a license and then go to the US. And if you have a confusion that we did our board of documentation from Texas, we did our documentation from Virginia, we did our documentation from New York, but our workplace is, just imagine you have a New York license, but your workplace is Texas. So can you work in Texas or not? You can work in Texas. There is a small procedure which is called as endorsement. You have to go ahead and do that, and then you can work. You will get a Texas license. So in your lifetime, you have to clear NCLEX only once. Doesn't matter which state you go. Okay, you don't have to give your NCLEX again and again. Okay, just remember that. So you will be like, now we'll start your documentation for New York Board of Nursing, and then your job placement will be in Virginia. Just giving an example. Then when job placement is in Virginia, I think I have to give my NCLEX again. So should I do that? No, you should not do that. You have to just go ahead and give your NCLEX exam only once. That is the reason we select a board of nursing. Okay? Then the third step is basically if you want to go ahead and do a criminal background check. So why do we do a criminal background check? Yeah, police report. If you have some criminal case in Nepal, that is the reason. That is the only reason. So anyone has criminal case? No, right? Did you punch your matron? No. Did you punch your teachers or someone in the school time? No. Fight with your friends? Some girls are telling yes. They had fight with their friends. That's really good. First time in 5 years I've heard someone telling the truth. All the time the girls said, no, we never had a fight with our friends. No fight. So did you pull each other's hair? Yeah, yes. That's quite different. Okay. So next time when you do that, please take a video and send it to us. Okay? So we can also enjoy it, So that's good. So and your friend has not put any case on you, right? No, yeah? So before clear it, okay? If you have a case, just clear it before you start your NCLEX process. So the next step towards it is PSNU. Why do we require PSNU? PSNU is an examination authority which conducts your NCLEX examination. I think most of you people know about British Council and IDP. Yeah. So they are the ones who conduct your IELTS examination. So Pearson VUE is an examination authority which conducts your NCLEX examination. So apart from Pearson VUE, no one can conduct your NCLEX examination. Okay. So if someone tells, okay, hey, only Pearson, no, I know one more agency which conducts your NCLEX examination. They are just cheating you. Okay. So don't listen to them. So Pearson VUE is the only organization which conducts your NCLEX examination. Okay, and there are two steps towards it. The first step towards it is registration. After you do your registration, after a month or a couple of months, you will get your ATT. ATT means authorization to test. So after you get your authorization to test, then you will have 6 months to give your NCLEX examination. So you can give your NCLEX examination within this 6 months. Okay. So this is the documentation process. Does it look lengthy? No or yes? Yes. So that is why we are here. Like Roshnas, Marika and Kamala was telling, right? So we are the ones who will make it easy for you people. So this documentation process will generally take 3 to 6 months, and if there is some issue in between, 1 or 2 months extra. So don't get frustrated, because all this money which you will pay is through the bank, or if you know someone in the US, then you pay through them. Okay? You don't pay through the consultancy, you directly pay through the bank. Even if you transfer us the money, we will send you a receipt. So you'll be like, "Arey, my documentation is not happening." Definitely this Moin and Sajan and Rohit have made my money. They came to Damak, they enjoyed it, and they went. They'll utilize, then they'll go up to Viratnagar, they'll conduct one more seminar, they'll take money from there, and they'll go and enjoy Kathmandu. So it's not like that. All this money which you are paying will be paid through bank, or will be paid through your credit or debit card from your relative if they are in the US, Australia, anywhere, Canada. So apart from that, if me, Sajan or Rohit asks money separately from you, contact. If I ask, you tell Sajan and Rohit, okay? If Rohit asks, you tell me and Sajan. If Sajan asks, you tell me and Rohit. No one can ask money separately. We know them very well. Okay, that is why we have been here in Nepal for the past 5 years without any hesitations. Okay, there will be no extra charges for you people. If there is something which we can do, we will also do for you. Okay, so don't worry about that. So this is the most important step. I think you have to take a photo of it. So there are different, and CGFNS is again for Canada and currently for US. Okay, and they verified documents for this NCLEX examination, and there is other services also called visa screening service. For New York, it's a different documentation which is known as credential verification services. So they do multiple things. Okay, it's not only one organization for nurses, it's a bigger organization from the US, and they verify documentation from around 130 to 160 countries. Okay, so they are the ones. So that's what, and they are really efficient, because everyone all over the world, right? If the documentation is evaluated, they generally consider it. Okay, they might not accept it, but some countries consider it, because every country has a different, requirement. So for Australia, it's a different requirement. For Canada, for UK it's through NMC, okay, Nursing and Midwifery Council. Okay, for Australia again, they have their own NMC, and all these organizations are different. But for US and now Canada, it's CGFNS. Okay, it's all there in online. You can type CGFNS, you will get it. Okay, and this first for CGFNS, the total is 1757, but you don't have to pay all at once. Okay, you have to pay one by one. Okay, first you do your CGFNS documentation and your board of nursing. So we are doing, out of Valley students, we are doing it for New York. Okay, the New York board of nursing takes a little more time than the other board of nursing. So we start with the board of nursing and the CGFNS at the same time, or in 1 month difference. Okay, so first you pay $390 plus one around like $180. So that's totally $570, which you will require in initial 2 months. Okay, so that is, and after that, after 2 or 3 months, we will register for your Pearson VUE, and then after you get your ATT, you have to pay for your exam fee. You don't have to pay everything at once. So don't think as soon as you join Access, you have to give this $1,700. It's not like that. This money you will be spending over the course of 6 months, or some girls even over the course of 1 year, because they will not be ready for the examination. So you don't have to spend all at once. So is that clear? Yeah. So all of you have taken picture, right? So त्यो बेलामा बिचमा अलिकति इङ्ग्लिशमा कुरा गरे भने राम्रो नै हो. So all our education happened in English. So anyone who studied in complete Nepali medium? No? If you have studied and if you get 7, that's amazing, to be honest. Like there are so many girls who have literally studied in Nepali medium. Okay, they are in the US now. Okay, that's like quite a progress. So you all have studied in English, so you can do it. So 1 to 10, everyone studied in English. PCL, studied in English. 11 and 12 who have done, studied in English. BSc in English. Yes. So why don't we know English? Practice. Everyone watches English shows here?
Used to know about.
Huh?
Used to know about.
Used to know about. Everyone watches English series here? Yes. So Friends is, I think this is the latest trend, no? Yeah, which is everyone's favorite. So who all watch Korean also? Korean one. So Korean पनि एकदमै famous भएको नि लकडाउनमा, right? Almost all the girls, all the nurses know in the story. Everyone is watching a Korean series. Like we have 50 people, everyone same serial. Okay, that Crash Landing on You, it has become so famous that time. Everyone. Our Korean hotels पनि कतै छ काठमाडौँमा. Korean hotel, we also go regularly to Korean food. So it's because we are used to it.
My name is Sarah Mana. Thank you, Kamala Madam, for sharing this space. And Mr. Moin, welcome to damak. And let's see, we are working together and we are collaborating with each other for future. And Smarika Arya, she is my student. She works labor hard because to get the marks. Sadly, it's not easy to get. She tried once, twice, and third, and she get the mark. And I'm starting with Smarika, and he is ending a life in the US. Let's see, some of them faces are common with me, some of them are students of my institute. And let's see, welcome to next generation. We'll prepare for the test preparation, and we'll give to the money. And मैले के भन्न चाहन्छु भने काठमाडौँ जानलाई सबैलाई गाह्रो हुन्छ. दमकमा मैले पनि विगत 10 वर्षदेखि नै गइरहेको छु. म पनि ब्याक टु युके हो. 3 years युकेमा काम गरेर आएको हो म पनि. लेट्स सी, कमला म्यामसँग मेरो 10 वर्ष जति भइसक्यो काम गरेको र आन्द्रासँग म धेरै टच पनि छु. आन्द्राबाट मेरो बहिनी अनिसा दमालको भर्खरै युएस गएको मेरोबाट नै. त्यो हुँदाखेरि सबैजना नर्सेसहरूलाई वेलकम छ. Mr. Moin, thank you to joining us, and we'll look better futures ahead. And हाम्रो अफिस दमकको नजिकै IME Global Bankको छेउमा छ. Resmi is here. She is one of my students, and as well as she is doing a processing for Australia, not in US. We are doing the student visa as well as visiting visa. But nurses is my first time. Thank you, Moin. Let's see what will we do in the future. अब मेरो अहिले अलिकति कामले गरेर बाहिर जानुपर्ने कारणले गर्दाखेरि मैले फुल टाइम दिन पाइनँ. त्यही भएर लेट्स सी एन्ड वेलकम टु अल द नर्सेस इन नेक्स्ट जेनेरेसन कन्सल्टेन्सी for your IELTS test preparation, TOEFL, jet booking, and further documentation. Will join with us and will do good for your future. And thank you so much.
विशेष गरी मैले धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु यो जुन नेक्स्ट के भन्नुहुन्छ एक्सिस फाउन्डेसनलाई पनि म धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु. म आज धेरै समय त लिन, तर मलाई पनि केही कुराहरू भन्न मन लागेको छ. सबैजनाले अघि यहाँ के भन्नुभयो भन्दाखेरि एउटा बेटर लाइफको लागि, गुड इन्कमको लागि, बेटर लाइफको लागि चाहिँ हामी यसरी युएसमा आएका हौँ भनेर भन्नुभयो होइन. हाम्रो इन्स्टिट्युट चाहिँ उत्पादन गर्ने संस्था हो, नर्सेसहरू उत्पादन गर्ने संस्था. तर कहिलेकाहीँ मलाई पहिलेदेखि नै अघि डाक्टर प्रकाशले पनि भन्नुभयो, धेरै जसो म पहिल्यैदेखि मैले आवाज उठाएको चाहिँ नर्सेसहरूको स्यालेरीलाई लिएर नि.
मैले पहिला पनि धेरै पटक अस्पतालहरूमा र कतिपय आर्टिकलहरूमा पनि लेखेर नर्सेसहरूको जुन पे स्केल छ म त्यसको चाहिँ पहिल्यैदेखि घोर विरोधी हो र आज आएर मैले यो कुरा सुन्दाखेरि आजभन्दा 20 वर्ष 25 वर्ष अगाडि मलाई पनि यो अपर्च्युनिटी थियो। म पनि धेरै जानलाई कसरी जाने होला भन्ने खालको हाम्रा साथीहरू विशेष गरी मेरो साथी म चाहिँ थिइनँ त्यसमा तर मेरा साथीहरू चाहिँ त्यो लिस्टमा थिए त धेरैलाई चाहिँ गाइड थिएन क्या कसरी जाने मतलब कसरी चाहिँ एन्ट्रेन्स पास गर्ने अथवा यो प्रोसेसिङ एक्जामिनेसनको के हो। हाम्रा पनि स्टुडेन्टहरू कतिजना बाहिर अहिले गइराखेका छन् उनीहरूले चाहिँ हामीलाई सोद्धाखेरि कसरी जाने भन्ने कुराहरू चाहिँ अलिकति अन्यको स्थिति थियो। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि यो आजको यो एक्सिसले चाहिँ तपाईँहरू सबैलाई सहजीकरण गर्न सफल भएको छ र यहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ आगामी जुन बाटो छ त्यसमा चाहिँ मार्गदर्शन गर्दा यसले चाहिँ खालको हुनेछ भन्ने हामीले विश्वास लिएका छौँ। तर भन्नुपर्दा एउटा इन्स्टिट्युटको प्रिन्सिपलको नाताले कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ भन्दाखेरि हामी उत्पादन गरिरहेका हुन्छौँ र यहाँका उत्पादन गरेका नर्सहरू चाहिँ सबै बाहिर जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ पक्कै पनि त्यो संस्थाको लागि र देशको लागि पनि राम्रो नभए पनि तर के गर्दैन देशले त दिन सक्नु पऱ्यो नि त। किनभने जुन एजुकेसन जति लगानी जति मेहनत जति परिश्रम गरेर त्यो पढेको छौँ हामीले त्यसको त फिडब्याक त आउनु पऱ्यो नि त। त्यसको लागि यो दिन नसकेकोले गर्दाखेरि ठिक छ आफ्नो करियरको लागि आफ्नो बेटर फ्युचरको लागि आफ्नो लिभिङ स्ट्यान्डर्डलाई राम्रो पार्नुको लागि बाहिर जानु कुनै नराम्रो कुरो होइन र त्यसमा तपाईँहरूलाई सफलता प्राप्त होस् र थोरै भए पनि एउटा देशलाई अनि त्यस पछाडि यहाँको माटोलाई र आफ्नो इन्स्टिट्युटलाई पनि तपाईँहरूले चाहिँ सम्झिनु होला भन्ने चाहिँ मैले आफ्नो मनमा केही भावनाहरू राख्दै आफ्ना 2 शब्दहरू यहीँ टुङ्ग्याउँछु र लास्टमा चाहिँ यो एपेक्स फाउन्डेसनलाई एक्सिसलाई फाउन्डेसनलाई चाहिँ म धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद गर्दै आफ्ना 2 शब्दहरू यहीँ टुङ्ग्याउँछु।
So now question and answer session. So any questions?
अब हामीले उता लाभार्थीले नि होइन यदि अब प्रोसेसिङ गरेर गइहाल्यौँ भने चाहिँ अब हामीले अब्जेक्टिभमै के को लागि जाने भनेर भन्दाखेरि अफकोर्स पेको कुरा गरेको थियौँ नि त। अनि पे चाहिँ कति छ अहिले पर आवर अनि कतिवटा यो कन्सल्टेन्सीहरूले चाहिँ यसो पनि गरिरहेको छ क्या अब पर आवर चाहिँ त्यो उहाँ हामीलाई जब दिने जुन एउटा उहाँ पनि त छुट्टै एउटा कन्सल्टेन्सी हुन्छ त्यसको थ्रुबाट त हामी जाने हो होइन। त्यहाँनिरबाट चाहिँ त्यो डिक्रिमेन्ट हुन्छ कि जति हस्पिटलले दिन्छ त्यो डाइरेक्ट हाम्रोमा आउने हो।
What you do is, in our case, you will get the whole salary. हस्पिटलले जति दिन्छ होइन त्यति नै आउँछ तपाईँको। अब स्मरिका र रोशना होइन उनीहरू हस्पिटल डाइरेक्टली दे आर एम्प्लोइज अफ द हस्पिटल ओके दे आर नट अन आवर पेरोल। उसमा पेरोललाई तपाईँले त थाहा हुन्छ होइन स्यालेरी कताबाट आउँछ भनेर अब उता एजेन्सीबाट आउँछ अथवा हस्पिटलबाट आउँछ। बट इन आवर केस till now we have sent nurses directly to the hospital. So we send you, we obviously earn money. I know someone will ask me this question. So many nurses ask me this question. If you are sending us to the hospital directly, what are you earning? So we will earn, definitely. We will also earn, but not from your salary. Okay, whatever hospital pays you, you will get that salary only.
Around कति हुन्छ पर आवर?
अब अस्तो हाम्रो मिनिमम $30 हो and a minimum $30 per hour हो। अब त्यो तपाईको interview, how your interview goes with the hospital, you might get more also. So recently there are 3 girls who had an interview, right? One girl got $36 per hour, one girl got $32 per hour, another got $33 per hour. So त्यस्तो पनि डिफर हुन्छ। इसमा we don't take anything extra. Like now I'm telling you that you get paid minimum $30, right? And you get 36. We will not tell you. यो पनि म कभर।
विदाउट एक्सपिरियन्स पनि गयो भने त्यो हस्पिटलमा काम गर्न पाइन्छ या के होमहरूमा?
You can join without experience. I think I have told you that initially, right? For NCLEX, but for visa processing, you require minimum 1 year work experience. Because if you don't have a work experience, we cannot place you in the hospital. And if you go there to the US, and without experience, there might be some companies which are taking. But if you go there to a world care home, if you get, home care, all these nursing homes, your career will be in those fields itself. In the US, it's not like Nepal. तपाईको 3 वर्ष नर्सिङ होममा एक्सपिरियन्स छ भने 99% of the time you will not get a job in a hospital easily. You have to work really hard. You have to take extra trainings. You might have to work on a less salary. So that is the reason we send nurses to the hospital. We don't send them to old care or nursing home.
हामीले यहाँ नेपालमा चाहिँ म्याटर्निटी एक्सपिरियन्स जति बढेर एक्सपिरियन्स गर्न पाइन्छ म्याटर्निटी सेक्टरमा चाहिँ
पाइन्छ अहिलेको लागि पाइन्छ। So before we due to the rules and everything, right? We were not going ahead and before the hospitals, right? They were not taking, but now they are taking. Panchayat. For coming to the seminar. It was great to see you all here. It was great to see you all here. Hope to see each and every one of you in the classes also. Okay, and we'll try. So gather together. Convince your friends. Convince yourself first. Okay, that to join. This process is a little lengthier. Might take around 18 months to 2 years, but your life will be settled. You're going to the US in literally 1 lakh rupees. So nothing can get better than that, right? Yeah, that too on a green card and on a work visa. So your American dream is just one step away, and you have to do a lot of hard work and do a lot of concentration so you reach the US. Okay? And I think I haven't told you people about the refund of the documentation. I think Kamla was also telling the same thing. The picture which you took, right? So all that money will be refunded back to you people once you go to the US. So what you pay is only for the classes. That is the 80,000 plus we might buy 1 or 2 books or might be buy other software. So maximum 1 lakh, 1,10,000, and you're going to there to the US. So the 2 lakh rupees which you are spending, that $1,700 will be refunded back once you go to the US. Okay? So don't think all that money is going for a waste. So give your best. This process, what I tell all the students is, this process you require patience, hard work. These 2 things are really important. If you have these 2 things, then you'll definitely reach the US. Okay? And once again, thank you so much. We have arranged a light snack for you people. So you can go ahead and go out and have those snacks. And before that, we all can gather here and take a picture. Okay, so that it's good for us, for memories. You join or you don't join, we'll be happy that you all came to the seminar. Okay? Thank you so much.